and role of gender in Shakespeare's Othello. Now, as we know, Othello is a play about the dynamics between men and women, the role that gender plays in every aspect of Elizabethan life. The main character in this play, Othello and Desdemona, both of them exemplify the typical image of Elizabethan couple. Shakespeare's Othello presents us a male-dominant world where women have to face a tough time. The three female characters in the play, Desdemona, Amira, and Bianca, all shown true love and affection to their mates, but still were rejected and became the symbol of suspicion in the society. The play contains many complex issues, but one of the most important issues is how the female become victims in the male-dominant society, and this conception is supported throughout the play. Now, plight of women in the play. The play displays two sections. One is Venice, which is a land of order, and other is Cyprus, the land of disorder and anarchy. Both set an example of demeaning of the women's position in the men's society. Venice was the land of trade, and where, along with other things, the trade of women was famous at that time. Also, women are traded as a commodity or a prize to her husband, as we can see from the following lines. In the play where Iago said about Othello, faith he tonight hath pardoned a land crack, if it prove lawful prize he is made forever. Now, this is from Act 1, Scene 2. This statement demonstrates that Iago thinks that Othello has acquired assurance in the form of his wife Desdemona, and love is a secondary thing. Another incident happened in the court of Duke of Venice, where Desdemona was traded as an object in the case of her position by her husband or father, which shows the marginalization of women in the society. Both Bernardo and Othello were doing trading of Desdemona when Othello said, for such a proceeding I am charged with all. I won his daughter. Now, this is from Act 1, Scene 3, which shows Othello traded Desdemona as a commodity he won. Also, her father Bernardo said, she is abused, stolen from me, and corrupted, which shows the victimization of female as an object. Now, the role of women, the play. Othello's tragedy stems from men's misunderstandings of women and women's inability to protect themselves from society's conception of them. From this depiction, we can portray the characters of the three ladies in the play as follows. Desdemona, she certainly had all the feminized qualities like passivity, calmness, and obedience, and belongs to the higher social level in the play. Her characteristics have no match with the Othello's masculine qualities of authority, literality, and aggression. She was in a pressure of conventional pattern of behavior as wives and daughters, which a woman should follow in the society, and this portrays herself as a child even when Othello shown harsh behavior on her. We have Amira. Amira was wife of Iago and helped his husband unknowingly throughout the play in the despair of Desdemona, and thus she displays the female characteristics of trust on people. She respected Desdemona and tried defending her before Othello by saying, "I trust my lord. To wager she is honest." However, she has to forego death by her husband, and at the time also she sings as well a song, which shows the dominance of men on women. Bianca, she is mistress to Cassio. She demonstrates the character of jealous partner in the relationship, which is proved by her attitude toward the handicraft produced by Cassio to her. Iago refers her prostitute and had no respect for her. She is the only female survivor in the play. However, her princess become a key to Desdemona's death. Now, role of men in the play. Men in the play have who have accurate feminine characteristics also became the victim. A fair example of this is Rodrigo, who loved Desdemona and lacks masculine attitudes and is over-refined. He became the puppet in the hand of Iago to serve his purpose, as the following lines by Iago in the play Depict I have rubbed this young coat almost that I bobbed from him as a gift to Desdemona. Act 5, Scene 1. Also, Othello was a warrior in the starting, but became a feminist after marrying Desdemona. In the end of Cyrus, he became an insecure man and was overrun by many unknown emotions, which runs until he kills his wife. Iago took advantage of both these men to serve his purpose. Um, Thus, Othello featured the victimization of women and, to a lesser extent, men, as the social conditions at the time. Um, at the end, um, that Shakespeare tragedy by Othello gave an interesting connection between the victimization of the male and female in the society. The men who are effeminate in some way become the victims of the society in the same way as women already are. Thus, Othello clearly states the social climate and values in the system and proudly expected the victimization of women in the hand of men dominate society. And that's it. See you inshallah in the next video.